people worry about them a lot, but they tend to be about cyber attacks, so the context that we're going to give up front is a bit technical. So I say, please, this is very relevant to what we're about to talk about, but one key example, so I think the timing for us is interesting because it coincides with the reimposition of sanctions by the US on Iran, and we'd associate this quite obvious uptick in volume of spear phishing emails with that timing. It was originally designed for security companies to do testing with, but a lot of attackers use it, and they will put those on as many systems as they need to maintain the end. So one of the biggest data breaches ever, 2 of the individuals were outsourcing. We're seeing the Chinese do it as well, but we track the infrastructure they use, so the servers, and then on that, the domains and IP addresses that they use for that traffic that I've talked about. So when the victim system calls out to that server, it has to call out to an IP address or domain. So we track those, and we associate all of those back to APT33 in this instance. We also see other indicators, what you might call more circumstantial, like the times of day that they're operating. So Saturday through Wednesday, so what would UTC plus 4.5 hours, which is the Iranian time zone. So see Russian groups, Chinese groups, some North Korean activity. Extreme we see on the terrorism front is influence operations, publishing propaganda. See very few, recruiting, propaganda, actions, and the capability is really sophisticated. So we see petrochemical and aviation as 2 primary industries being targeted by APT33. There's also other industries, manufacturing, but those are 2 obviously key industries where Iran has a strategic interest in developing its own capabilities. And also, if you're going to look at a destructive attack, then something like the petrochemical industry could obviously have a huge impact. I'm not saying this doesn't happen, it definitely happens, but it's the shadow brokers, Small Vault 7, which was then subsequently used in other attacks. So I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but it's volume-wise. Emails will tend to have an attachment or a link because they need some action to be taken. So anything that's pushing you towards an attachment or a link that has any other suspicious signs whatsoever. So the difficulty you will get is that sometimes Iranian threat groups will compromise legitimate emails. So you might even recognize the recipient, but the language might not be right, or the nature of the request might seem odd. So anything that seems odd aligned with a link or an attachment that you should be really suspicious of. And points of verification. So we look at the tools, but we accept that tools can be used by multiple threat actors. So we look at infrastructure. Did they use this primarily aviation, petrochemical, but also other industries?